Restore Hearts. This month, we are starting a new series called Mending Mother Daughter Relationship, a daughter's journey. And before we start that, I wanted to do a mother daughter love challenge with my mom so that we could show love and positivity for our mother daughter relationships. Because even though we do need to talk about those hard things and address those hard things to have healthier relationships, we don't want it to be one sided. And of course, February is known to be the month of love. And so a lot of times that's more focused on intimate relationships, but I wanted to focus on the love between mothers and daughters. And so I did invite my mom here today. We're going to do day one of the mother daughter challenge, which was to post your favorite pic with you and your mother or your daughter, and then tell us why that's your favorite picture. And so I'm going to invite my mom to come on here with me right now so we can talk about today's challenge. Hello, mama. How you doing?
Hi, how are you, sister?
I'm good. It's been a busy day, but I think it always is when you're a mother, right?
Right. Yeah.
You're right. So thank you so much for joining me for the Mother Daughter Love Challenge. Listen, it was just spur of the moment. I was seeing where I think people are already doing like a Mother Daughter Love Challenge, but I was like, oh, I wonder if Mama would do something like that with me to celebrate the love and the bond between mothers and daughters. Definitely during this month of February, where it could be the focus can be on intimate relationships, husbands and wives, blues and bays, girlfriends and boyfriends. But I definitely wanted to celebrate love with mothers and the daughters.
Yeah.
All right. Right. So we're gonna. Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You
When
go.
we share about our, you want me to go first? Oh, Lord. Okay. I should have known that. All right, y'all. So I am going to. I shared this picture earlier, but now I'm going to put it on the screen so that you can see which picture that I love the most. One of my favorite pictures of me and my mother. So here we go. This is one of my favorite pictures of me and my mom. Now, as you can see, let me explain a little bit about this picture. In this picture, I am 36 weeks pregnant, 36 weeks and 6 days to be exact. And this is the day that I am going to be going into the hospital to be induced to have my son, which is going to be my first child. And so I was, as you can see, I was so big and so swollen and just so ready to deliver by this time. I say ready to deliver by this time, but we had to go that route. But I could not, you listen, y'all, I could not bend over and paint my toes without losing my breath. And so my mother cut my toes, got them all together. She painted my toes. And when I look back on this picture now, it almost makes me cry. The picture, it almost makes me cry because I'm like, "Oh my god." Like, mom she always coming through. She's always there, like, when you need her, even the little like, the small insignificant things. At that time, like, yeah, it was a big deal because I couldn't breathe, but, you know, like, but now, Christian's 5 years old now, so that was 5 years ago, over 5 years ago when that picture was taken. So, yeah, that picture is special to me for those reasons, and growing up as a mother and my own experiences and stuff, and realizing, man, that was just like a moment where I really needed my mother, and it was really great to have you there. So, yeah. All right. So, okay, let me share your picture, and then I'm gonna let you talk about your picture. All right, you ready? All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I, this picture here is special because she was actually getting ready to become a mother for the first time. And the expression on her face was like, for me, it was like, okay, am I really fixing to be someone's mother? And she always used to say, Sierra used to always say she wasn't having no kids, you know. She was not, but look at her now. She has two. But this year it is special because Chris Ray was on his way.
Oh my goodness. You don't have to tell all my business like that though. She used to say I did. I forgot about that until you said that. I used to say I'm not having any children. I'm not having any children. And it's interesting that you said that that was the expression that was on my face that like, am I
Huh?
really about to do this?
Yep.
No, because I was not in a emotionally aware state then. So a lot of the
Right,
pictures I look back on now, I'm like, what was I thinking? Was I even thinking?
right. Life
But I
is just
thought yeah, I thought it was interesting though that we both picked a picture of me becoming a mother though.
yeah.
I
That was
thought that
good.
was
That was
so
good.
interesting. We'll get a picture of the moments before I became a mother. So
Right.
did okay, so we talked about how that felt for me. How did that feel for you as a mother, that I was becoming a mother?
It was emotions everywhere. I was very proud. I mean, because not only are you becoming a mother, I was becoming a granny for the second time. So
Mm.
it I full of, I was full of joy, just full of joy. Yeah. And to think, hey, my firstborn is fixed to have a baby.
Oh,
So yeah, it was yeah, it was emotional,
look,
but
y'all, and I look, I don't mean to cut y'all off, but I told look, me and my mom, we did a run through yesterday, and I told her, I said, "Now, I wasn't emotionally aware then, but I'm more emotionally aware now, and so if
uh-huh.
I start crying, y'all might see me disappear from the screen. So if y'all see me disappear from the screen, don't
Said a few years.
I might be sharing a real tear."
They're happy tears though.
Yeah,
Years of growth. That's what we're
absolutely.
yeah.
Yes, tears of groom. So,
Um,
yeah, if anything else you wanna say about because this is day 1, this is what, it's all about, like we said, we just wanna spread love and positivity for the mother-daughter relationships. Before we go into, mending mother-daughter relationships, a daughter's journey, that's gonna
mhm,
start on February 19th, this Sunday, February 19th, those series will be available on my YouTube channel, and we're gonna be digging a little bit deeper, that's part of what I do is to help people understand what's going on in their emotions, and then we heal from that. So it's going to be intense. It'll be a little bit intense to go through that. But the reason for this, you see, I got on my green shirt. Green is a color for restoration. So I am praying, what I'm praying for is that restoration of mother daughter relationship. When things have come in throughout the years and tried to separate us from our relationships with our mothers and daughters, whichever side of that you're on, that we just come together. Some things we might be aware of, and some things that we may not be aware of. I know that Mama, that one of the things that I will be sharing during that series is that letter that I did write to you when we were first going through on that phase of our relationship.
right,
So a lot of those things that I addressed in that letter, I didn't even know I was feeling them.
right.
So, it
Yeah,
is important. It's important that we go through that, but I also don't want to minimize the good parts of our relationship because there needs to be balance.
absolutely.
Be balanced.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's
So,
the purpose, not to cut you off, but that's the sole purpose of a pen and a paper. Write it down. I mean, you write your feelings down and, talk to your mother, talk to your daughter, tell her how you feel. Even when you put it on paper right then, you might not be able to discuss it, but you got it on paper. And, eventually you'll come back to it and be like, okay, now I'm ready. I've reached the mark to where I'm ready to talk about it. Just like with some of the things we've talked about. You wasn't ready then, but you're ready now. And I'm sure it's probably still some things in your head that you haven't exposed to me, but you will eventually say, hey, mama, let's talk about this. And then there's conversation. And once again, opening space for growth and the continued love that we share. for one another.
Absolutely. Look at you on here. I love their response. I love
Yeah,
their response. It is a journey.
yeah,
That's why I call it a journey. It is a journey, and we definitely learn so much along the way. And now I think we're in a space where we can share some, be transparent, about
absolutely,
some of those things that we've gone through in our relationships because we just want to help other mothers and daughters who might not know what to do.
absolutely.
Our relationships and the things we've gone through that have
Right.
caused the separation in the relationship, they may not be the same, but
Yeah.
they don't have to be the same for you to get some answers. Hopefully, with this conversation, with this challenge,
Good.
he
Yeah.
will stir the hearts of the mothers and daughters so you can
Yeah.
remember the love that you share between each other and remember why you want to be in a
Right.
relationship. How do you wanna
Yeah.
be? Because listen, I can't wait until is it tomorrow? Is it tomorrow when we're gonna share our songs?
Yes.
I think it's tomorrow we're gonna share our songs. We would love to see your pictures and tell us
Yeah.
what your favorite tell us why that's your favorite picture. That's always a great thing to share. Warning, my mother does love pictures, whether she knows you or not. If you don't want her on your refrigerator door, just just think about it. Think about it a little bit.
Okay. I do love pictures.
Yeah, she have re listen, I
Everybody should love pictures because, you can look at that picture and literally be in that moment. And I mean, I just love it. I love it. I love it. So she's warning you. You don't want Margarita to have your pictures. Don't post.
Mom, but I don't know if Nakia is here. If Nakia is watching us or if she rewatches this broadcast, Nakia is my sister. So she's the other
Uh-huh.
daughter. She's the other daughter in this love triangle. So listen, y'all ask my sister. We would come home and we would see random pictures of people and
Huh.
families on the refrigerator on in different parts of the house. And we would say, Mom, who was this? Y'all, sometimes she couldn't tell us who it was. She just liked the picture. I just like, who does that? My mama. My mama does
It's the
that.
love. It's the
Yeah.
love. I mean, the picture share shows the love, man.
Oh my
It-
goodness.
I love it. I love it.
All right, people. So
So,
we won't hold you long. That's all we have for day one of the Mother-Daughter Love Challenge. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you will join us tomorrow for day two of the Mother. Hey everyone. Welcome to day two of our Mother Daughter Love Challenge. My name is Tierra Sharma. I am your host and producer of Restore First TV, which was created to educate, empower, and build a community of people who are wanting to take authority in the area of your mental health wellness. I am your favorite mental health mentor and I teach women ages 25 to 55 emotional wellness skills to help them manage stress so that they can have better relationships with their family. So if you joined us yesterday, we share some of our favorite pictures of our mother-daughter moments and why that picture was important to us. And so we had a really good time talking and laughing. And so we're going to continue today with our day two challenge, which is, do you have a favorite song that you share with your mother or daughter, and then tell us what it is and why it's special to you? We shared a post earlier today with our favorite songs for each other. They remind us of each other and the why. And so now we're going to come on and talk about that. As you can see, my mother is here. She has joined me again today. How are you doing? How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited and I'm ready.
You ready for the day two challenge?
I am. I am.
All right. Who is going first today? I went first yesterday, so
I will that.
okay, you'll go first today. If you're watching us, if you were able to see the post and see which song my mother chose, which I knew she was gonna choose it. But the song is Here and Now by Luther Vandross. So I'm gonna play like a minute of each of our songs. unless I get into it and it gets so good. I don't know. We'll see. But I plan to play just 1 minute of the song, about a minute of the song, um, and then we'll talk about it. So we do not own the rights to this song. We're just sharing it for the purposes of showing and spreading our love. Listen, I'll be right there because I can't you can't do a Luther run. We love a
I
Luther
know, right?
Let's run. But I haven't met married people who can do a Luther.
Man,
So
oh man. Okay. Yeah, we got to start while we're ahead.
right. I was like, and we said we was only gonna play about a minute. I think that was more than a minute, but hey, when it gets
We
good,
got
it gets good. When it gets good, it gets good. So,
to
you wanna share with the people why that is your favorite song for
I will. That is my favorite song for us because as a mother for the first time at the age of 20, that was my first love. I mean, she's my first love. And that song just fit us perfect, and I would always sing it to her and vow to be one with T, and to love her faithfully. Yeah, it just touches my heart. That's it.
y'all about to make me cry.
I know, girl. I'm bucking my own head.
Nope. And it's just like, okay, so the story I remember about that song, now you're gonna have to tell me if I made it up or if you actually said it. So the story
Okay.
that I remember you telling me about that song is that it was like think it was New Year's
Yes.
Eve or something. Yeah, it was New Year's Eve, and it was just me and you, and then you had me and singing that song to me, and it was just like dancing. I don't know for my remembrance, or maybe I made it up. We was dancing underneath the stars, girl. I don't know because I was just been about what 9 months old or something. But every time I think of that, I'm like I'm under the moon and the skies and the stars.
Yeah. That was our song. Yes, it was a New Year's Eve. It was actually New Year's Eve bringing in 1991, to be exact.
Right.
Yeah, it
I'm
sure
like, I wasn't even a year old, so I don't know where I woulda got that from. So, but
Yeah.
I'm glad we was dancing under the stars, girl, in my
Yes, yes. That was love, absolutely.
well, alright, so I'll go ahead and share my song, and mama, you already know my song because you made me pick another song. You made me realize nah, okay, never mind. You made me realize I had another song for you that was separate from your song.
Okay, there you go.
Alright. So let me play a bit of the song that reminds me of my mother and, tell you why it's special to me, and I shared it in our post earlier, which it is "Nowhere in the World" by Anita Baker. So Imma play a little bit of that. Alright. We got all these good love songs. Oh, now I gotta cut it off. Oh, now I gotta cut it off right there because it gets better and better and gooder and gooder after that one.
Absolutely.
But yeah, oh, my sentiments with that song. So that is my favorite song because shout out to TT Irene, Sheila King Wood. Now listen, because I don't know how her Best of Anita Baker CD got in my stuff, but some way it ended up with me in college. So I listened to a lot of Anita Baker stuff, when I left and went home from college, and when I was listening to her, that song just made me think of you because as you can see, the lyrics are so beautiful. There's no
Yes,
one in the world who's gonna love me like my mother. And so that song, made me think about you a lot while I was going off to college, and it just really it was just a beautiful song. And then when I would come home or, we would talk on FaceTime or something, then, I would play it to you and then lip sync because as I said, I don't sing, I can't sing, but I'm on a lip listen, if it's karaoke style lip sync, Imma do it. I will do it.
that's sweet. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
so, okay, I was like, "Had I ever told you that or did you know that?"
No, you never told me that until today.
Until today, until today.
Okay. Yep. When I read
And
it this morning, I was like, you know, I cried. I was like, oh.
oh, no, we know you cried 'cause you cried. You are a crier. That's what you do. Crying is good. It's cleansing for the soul.
Yes, yes.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say about the challenge today?
No, it was great. I had a lot of fun again today. Can't wait to more.
I know. Look, I had fun today in the challenge. So, we're starting the series Mending Mother-Daughter Relationships this week, and we're just kind of doing this to show our love for our mother-daughter relationships before we jump into the hard stuff. So while we're talking about mending mother-daughter relationships, when I was going back and listening to the songs, particularly Luther Vandross Here and Now, the song that you for me as your baby girl, as your daughter. I was listening to that song and then the Lord be all up in my business now. And I was listening to it, he was like, I was like, "Okay." So that the word vow came to me. So I'm like, "Hey, what does it mean, to vow something?" 'Cause you used to say that, "I vow to be one with" the lyrics say, "I vow to be one with thee," you know? But then you say, "I vow to be one with T." And so vow is to promise solemnly or to swear. It means to bind or consecrate by a vow. It means to place one under legal obligation to serve another. Means to consecrate, which means to make or declare something sacred. And then you just can't keep going, keep going. So what does it mean for something to be sacred? It means that it is dedicated or set apart for the service or worship of a deity. It also means that it is devoted exclusively to one service or use. And so what God was talking to me about is how in our mother-daughter relationships, you know that our words are very powerful. So even when we're doing a song or music is very powerful, our words are very powerful. So a lot of us as mothers and daughters, as we're thinking about mending our relationships, that we have made vows to each other that need to go back and come out of agreement with because we have made our mothers or we have made our daughters an idol. So when you look up the word idol, that's an object of extreme devotion. And devotion. And so you can
Okay.
see how, how those songs really touch us. I don't know if there are other people who may be watching this who haven't had a child yet, but to be a mother and to have your child for the very first time and to have those intimate, close moments, that is like a very strong bond that we have. There's a very strong bond that we have. I think it is the strongest bond. It's one of the strongest human bonds we can ever have, that mother-daughter, mother-child relationship because of the power of our words. Sometimes we do make vows like that or we do say things like that that are maybe good for that moment, but as we're learning and as we're growing and, I make a vow to be one with my mother, or you make a vow to be one with me, but then it's time for me to be one with my husband.
Right.
It's time for me to be
Yeah.
with God. It's time for me to progress and to lead.
Yeah.
And so this is where we can come into dysfunction in our
Right.
mother-daughter relationships if we're not careful, or if we're just not aware of that. Issues or some of those challenges that we may be seeing in our mother-daughter relationships may stem from vows that we made when
Right.
we were younger, or now the relationship has progressed and now those vows are coming back that were once cute. Now they're
Right.
dysfunctional. And so that's
Right.
the things that God was talking to me about when I was going back over that song, because I was like, "Wow, I'm sorry. I'm not one with my mother. I'm one with you." But you can see how something like that,
Right.
something innocent like that,
Right. Right.
into a mother-daughter relationship and then if we
Right.
don't understand the power of our words, if we don't understand that bond and that thing that happened when we made that vow, then we if there are problems and issues and challenges in our mother-daughter relationships and not understanding that, hey,
Yeah.
we actually made a vow to be one with each other.
Right.
Think about that.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Never looked at it like that, but that's real. At some point, like you said, at some point, you have to cut that bow loose as you jerk out into your own life and become one, like you said, with God first, then your husband. So yeah, that's good grocery. Yeah,
Good groceries.
well, this is
Oh,
good murder.
I hadn't heard you say that in a while. That's good, bro. No, I said that because when God brought that to my attention, then, as we're talking about moving forward, mending our mother-daughter relationships, there's going to be
Right.
some women, some mothers and daughters who need to think about or just ask God about those things that you may have come into agreement with in your mother-daughter relationships that now you need to come out of agreement with so that you can
Right.
move forward and have a healthy relationship for this time. And yeah, I'm excited though. I'm excited about the new love
Yeah.
that's coming forth from these conversations. That's coming
Yeah.
forth because we're taking that time to share our new love, to
Yeah.
share our old love, and to build our new love in a healthy way. Thank you so much for joining us today for day 2 of the Mother Daughter Love Challenge. Tomorrow, so our challenge is going to be what's one thing you can't stand about your mother or daughter, but when they are gone, you miss it. So y'all, my mama she been calling me about this question, texting me about this question all week. Can't think of nothing. I can't think of nothing. Mom, tomorrow you better have an answer.
I don't want that. I come up with something, but that's the best I can.
Ooh, ooh, okay. Don't hurt my heart though, because it was all good until it was all good until you actually came up with something. So I found
Thank you for watching this episode of A Store Heart TD.
life is a journey, and there are many moments. Some moments are smooth. You flow through them effortlessly. There are other moments when life's challenges interrupt your momentum, yet you find the strength to get back on track, to keep moving. So even if you have to crawl to make it there, do it, because victory belongs to you. You are equipped to handle every part of the journey. You were created to overcome this. Don't give up. I love you.